website will open up in a new window. That's www.techsocialite, socialite.info. So just go
Okay.
and visit the website, open up a new window as we wait for Cairo to come in, and then you can, as she speaks, you get a better feel for her. And we also, want to do the best we can to support one another. So, we have a new term today, tech socialite. So get your glossary together. Cairo is excellent for new terms. She should do her own
I make stuff
dictionary.
up, right?
Yeah.
Jackie, I'm going to try and do Skype. I'm going to see if I can Skype over because I know I should be able to call in through Skype, right?
You should be.
Okay, I'll try that.
Like the show.
Let me see if that works.
I know I'm using a Zynga widget, ZINGAYA.com. That allow you to make calls over your computer.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm typing this in right now for you.
It was funny. I can't even tell the difference between your voice and mine. We sound alike. I didn't even know that. Zynga widget. That's the name of the app.
Yes, Zynga widget. So they may allow you to make a call and not necessarily have to do all the logging in.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, okay.
That's how I'm talking on the radio now through Zynga.
Is it ZYNDGA or Zynga?
ZINGAYA.com, Zynga.com.
Okay, let's see. That'll work if I can get that going.
This one
about this Microsoft 1.0.
Cairo. Hello, Cairo Queen. Hello?
Cairo? Can you hear us?
Jackie, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Ferris.
Okay. Where did she go? Cairo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. The name of this show is this piece here is what?
The Digital Drummer. Did you go to you follow that link, right? blogtalkradio.com.
I got it right.
All right.
Oh, are you doing the lower third?
Huh?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, we're here on the camera. You probably see me digging in my purse and stuff, but we're on the camera right now. I'm trying to connect right now into the Google Hangout. Well, I'm in the Google Hangout now. I'm trying to connect into Blog Talk because we are actually doing something that's probably never been done before, which is a Google Hangout plus Blog Talk at the same time. This is going to be crazy. I'm really excited about it because, of course, we want to find different ways to be able to use technology, and heck, why not? So we have Jacqueline online. You're going to hear echoes in the background because she is on live speaking to her audience at the same time that I'm speaking to you. So we're doing a Google Hangout plus Blog Talk. So everything you hear is an echo is what Jackie already said on the other side. So welcome to Facebook Face-to-Face with CAIRO QWEEN. I also have Ferris Maxwell, tech wearables designer out of Chicago and New York. I'm here with Jacqueline Taylor Adams from the Urban Tech Fair, and she's in Philadelphia. She's also a part of the Digital Drummer, and that's who's interviewing me today, if I could get myself on the phone. So I'm working on that now. Ferris, if you want to talk to people and explain a little more about what's going on, I'm sure you're about clueless too. So Ferris is working on right now. He's on the production side for Face-to-Face. So he's actually going to be playing with some of the things like the sound clips and the applause meters and things like that. So if you're tuning in, and I see we do have some people tuning in, please do send us some notes, and fairies can either look it up on the corner in the panel. You can tell us what's being said, or I can look it up. So just stay tuned. Bear with me for a second because we're going in. This is something that's never been done before, so of course we're going to have technical difficulties. But luckily, my camera's back up. You also hear music in the background from Blog Talk. So going in, I'm going to go check this thing out really quick.
Okay. Hello there.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Jackie.
Okay, I just no, I just wanted the moment to, because when you guys are talking, nothing's being heard over at Blog Talk. But right now, I'm playing Polymath. If you do hear music, that's Polymath, and that was it's part music was made by Anthony Stewart, one of our Urban Tech Fair members. So basically, there's nothing that can be done that someone in the Urban Tech Fair doesn't already do.
Well, Jack, you're on camera now, too, so we're actually recording on the Google Hangout, just so you know.
Yes.
And that's good, because now we have a pause. We can listen to the music. So go ahead and we'll listen to the music while I'm getting this together.
Okay, so alrighty. Well, I'm gonna play one other piece that we have. This one is Power, which we did play a little bit earlier, and this is by Hezekiah from Johnny Popcorn, and it's just letting us know we have the power.
Fairies, can you see me yet?
No, I can't.
I
Jackie,
can see you.
Okay. That's your camera then. That's your camera.
I don't see why. I mean, I had no problem before.
All right.
All I'm getting joy. I can see Jackie. If it's my camera, why can I see Jackie? I can't see you. Hello?
Hi, I'm here.
We're here. She's playing music.
Yeah, and I'm also typing into the chat room with Bird. Bird is waiting to hear your voice, CAIRO. So, okay.
When I go to that link, Jackie, it don't take me right there.
It doesn't take you right. You clicked onto the Digital Drummer Special Edition?
Is that down below? I'm getting Master
go down.
Degree at MVBTA Live Radio.
Yeah, that's what's on. That's on my station.
Okay.
I can do the
Digital Drummer. Okay, now I see it down below.
All right. Now I think I can get this going. Okay, let me see if I can do it now.
I'll go to the events at the. Let me bring myself back on. Okay, we're back here on the Digital Drummer, and everyone's working their way over. This is the media mashup with face-to-face Google Hangout with CAIRO QWEEN. So we are doing the face-to-face Google Hangout while we're here on Blog Talk Radio with the Digital Drummer. So we're just waiting for CAIRO to make her way over, and we have to share links. Now, if you want to join the Google Hangout, just send an email right now to CAIRO QWEEN. That's CAIROQWEEN at gmail.com. You send her your email, she'll send you an invite, and all you need to do is click a link to join. If you'd like to call in so that you can also speak on the Blog Talk show, that call-in number is 646-716-7994. And I am sharing the direct link on the Google Hangout if you're on the Hangout and you want to also be on the radio.
All right, so this looks like it's dialing you. Unless I set it up wrong.
Yes, it's probably dialing in.
Yes!
So this is our social experiment, everyone.
Oh,
Please be patient.
where are the numbers at?
You didn't get a box that came up that looked like a dialing pad?
No.
Okay. We have a caller on from the
Dang it.
209.
That's probably me.
Okay. Hello, Cairo?
That's me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, we're in business. We rock. Jackie, you get a high five. That is so cool. We just did something that's probably never been done before ever. Let's make history. Urban Tech Fair style. That works. How cool is that? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody in Blog Talk World. This is CAIRO QWEEN.
So,
I'm
Cairo.
so excited.
Yes. Now, Cairo, everybody wants to know, over here on the Digital Drummer, the first question we ask, everybody wants to know, who is CAIRO QWEEN the person? Everybody wants to know, who's the person? Where do you hail from? Let us know a little bit about the person, CAIRO QWEEN.
Oh my gosh, it's like there are like 5 conversations going on at once. But this is cool because I can just pretend like I'm talking to myself because I heard what you asked me. So everybody bear with me because this is a little challenging. It's very interesting. I hear myself and I hear Jackie at the same time, but then I hear the conversation we just had too. So I'm CAIRO QWEEN. My real name's Monica, but CAIRO QWEEN is what I go by, and that's a long story, but I can get to the gist of what it is that I represent. And just a little background on me, you know, I have a background in tech history. I used to work in a few tech companies, and I noticed that there weren't a lot of people that looked like me, neither African American nor female. And, you know, I always thought that was a little bit strange, but, you know, I thought, okay, well, obviously there's a breakdown, there's a disconnect. And so even now, as technology has made this huge comeback, and of course is not going anywhere, we still have that same problem. I took a stint where I went into working in music, and I picked up a jazz as first a hobby, and then I started to make it into something of what I was going to do as a career. And for the purpose of bringing technology to them, because if you looked at the time, a lot of technology was not being utilized by a lot of musicians. And so on the jazz side, the technology that they were using was completely minimal, if they were using it at all. So my thought was just use social media. And so, you know, to get on social media and to be able to advertise yourself, this was a free platform for starving artists. So I thought it was a good idea. But anyway, left that, you know, because after a while I realized that that wasn't really where I wanted to be at. My true passion is to be in technology. So, you know, to work in technology, I was in engineering school when I stopped and went into jazz thinking I was going to do this like full time for the rest of my life. It was a moment in crisis, but so what I did do is decide to pick it back up after I left jazz in 2012. I went into working with businesses from the same standpoint, and I thought, okay, so nobody is on technology. Nobody in this country even gets it yet, you know. So I thought, you know, recently maybe it's important that we get people engaged first, because Americans are 10 years behind the rest of the world. And so when you look across the spectrum, you see a lot of people that'll talk about technology and they'll purchase technology, but they're not actually engaged into how technology works. They don't really care about anything where the technology industry is concerned. They don't know about tech stocks. They don't know about the information of technology. And I thought, what is the disconnect? And I said, okay, well, working in an office and knowing that most techies talk in a jargon, as with any other industry, there's a specific jargon that goes to each individual industry. The only thing that technology suffers from is the fact that there is a lack of time where technology has been around on an open platform where people have really wanted to be engaged in it. So luckily, we've had this increase of social media and mobility. And so mobile and social media have really taken over in the United States, our idea of what technology is. But in reality, technology really is pretty much in everything, everywhere, all the time, anytime that you can even think of it. Everything from your church to your bathroom, everything, everywhere in society you have elements of technology. And I mean, I think the only things that you may be able to say that aren't really technology laced are things like spirituality and love, because everything else is touched by technology. And so from that standpoint, to know that we are in a place where technology increases absolutely every day, and it speeds up because we're at a place where technology is learning from itself now, where we have artificial intelligence, and we're programming computers to learn. And so if we're in a place where computers are learning, can you imagine the speed at which a computer can learn? I think a good example that just came out last year called Her. And in Her, it's a good movie to watch because it really will give you a great breakdown of how fast technology can move. And so you can do like a double down theory, and you could say, like they used to say, if you take a penny and you save a penny every single day and you doubled it, how much money would you have in 30 years? Well, you can imagine that same concept where technology is concerned, and you say, okay, well, if I were to take a penny and double it down every minute, how much information could that equate to that a computer can populate? And that's how the speed of technology is actually growing. And so whenever you hear the concept of a tech bubble, please turn it off. They don't know what they're talking about. Technology is growing at such a rapid rate. We have to do something for everybody collectively in order to get on board with it. It's extremely important that everybody be engaged at just an engagement level. I don't care what age they are. They could be brand new babies. We have to start really programming kids from this point forward about technology, about learning about technology, not just coding, but learning about technology from the full spectrum, because it's such a wide open industry, and because it involves the element of creativity, you can't really say, okay, well, let's target this one industry, because then you'll have a whole nother side that's left out. We have so many people on the face of the planet, and with all the people that we have, we still don't have enough that are going to focus on various elements of technology. So I think that it's imperative that we all focus our attention to the coming changes in technology, and I call myself a futurist. So to futuristically look at what's coming tomorrow as opposed to what we're looking at yesterday. And we do a lot on history, especially in the African American community. Something that really bothers me, we spend a lot of time focusing on the past. We really need to be focusing on tomorrow, because what's happening today is that everything that we know is changing as we sit here. And so where technology is concerned, you have to think about the job market, and then think about your environment, think about your grocery store, think about the education. And so you want to look and you say, okay, well, how do I get on board with technology from the standpoint of just to learn? And so my thought is just pick something up. You pick up anything, you can start learning about it. We have a guy on the Urban Tech Fair who I want to tell you is the resource of resources when it comes to technology information. Kevin Williams,
Yes.
He is a monster when it comes to technology.
Yes.
He's giving me so much information. It's almost scary, because I'm at a place where I'm a person that I don't fear too much of anything when it comes to tech, as most people have been made to fear technology. But he is so full of information. He speaks 9 languages. And when I said I wanted to create robots, the man literally showed me how I can make one and make it on a level where I understand. And so, you know, Kevin is just, I mean, monstrous information. And I don't know if it's because he has absorbed a lot of information where technology is concerned, and maybe his pineal gland might be a little more expanded than everybody else. But he is he is so full of information. It's exciting. But, you know, just to look and to see all the different types of people that we can come across, you know, and connect with on a lower level, because we're all on a lower level right now. Everybody just in this country, worldwide, we're still kind of behind. But what we do know is that there is all sorts of technology that's out there right now that people could literally be, they could be years, I mean, decades above, and then we know that they are, of course, in innovation. And so these are things that we need to look at. Holographic energy, holographic imaging, you know, something that I think futuristically we definitely need to pay attention to. Cynthia Frazier, a part of the Urban Tech Fair, I actually did an interview with her on a Google Hangout a couple weeks ago. And so to look at what it was that she was talking about where nanotechnology was concerned, even just in that conversation, was just so out there. But it's a reality now. This is not something that's happening tomorrow. The future is now. And so, no, I'm not an engineer, but I invite everybody on the face of the planet to come and learn with me, because I'm an everyday person like you. I'm not a super tech. I'm a tech nerd, but I am not a super tech geek. So I can't build and do all sorts of interesting things like a lot of people can, but I'm working on it. And so while I'm doing that, I'd like to bring people in to do it with me.
Definitely.
So that's pretty much it.
Well, that is great, dynamic story and great lesson, and you have such passion for it. And I tell you what I enjoy most about you, you have a innovative view on things. You see things a little bit differently. You know, you may state something or say something and be like, oh, you know, I never looked at it that way. You know, that's another way of looking at things. And innovation is definitely what's really driving us. The technology itself, the base of it may not be new, but a lot of it is application, how we use it. How do we leverage what's out there and make, you know, use of it for our benefit? And that's where your opportunity is really going to come in. And a lot of times people say, well, forget about sports and entertainment and just focus on technology, but never put yourself in a bubble. And creativity drives innovation. And that's what we really want to learn, to keep an open mind. And technology is incorporated in everything, even in sports. How does tech impact sports? If you're in the sports, stay in the sports, but focus on how is technology impacting sports. What difference does it make? How does it deal with performance, deal with sales, deal with notoriety? How do you, contracts, pay? How does having a certain level of knowledge and technology, how can that impact you positively in the sports industry? So whether you like to play sports, or if you want to, if you're doing sports medicine, telehealth and nanotechnology, how is all of that impacting the sports arena? So whatever it is that you do, whatever your passion is, you can add technology to it. And it just behooves all of us to just be aware and to, as Cairo said, you need to engage it. So stop fighting it. Stop thinking it's so hard, because you can engage technology at any level. So the technology will meet you where you are. Don't think you have to be brilliant and have degrees or anything like that to engage technology. Technology even happens in science. Mother Nature is a form of technology. And that's a lot of what our technology is working to emulate. So technology is everywhere. So please do engage. Now that we've learned a little bit about Cairo and her passion, before we go on, Cairo, I just want to remind everybody to visit your website at www.techsocialite, and that's SOCIALITE techsocialite.info, info. And so when we go to techsocialite.info, we know you're in passion, you're a wonderful person, but start telling me all the ways. How can we support you as a business person, because you are an entrepreneur, correct?
Absolutely. Oh, wait a minute. Uh, I'm sorry, I pressed mute. Okay, but
No
yes,
problem.
absolutely. I am an entrepreneur. I am a business cheerleader. I'm a publicity specialist. I am an idea architect. I think what God gave me innately is the ability to create, and so I am literally a super.
No, we're
Oh, you
here.
pressed mute.
I
Okay,
hear
okay,
you.
okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm a super creator. I literally, I mean, I get high from creating. I do. I love to intake information. I love to research. And so, you know, what my application has been is to be able to help grow and expand things. And that's kind of something that I have a niche in, is to be able to get around certain things. Yeah, how did, what in the world? Did you do that, Fairy?
He's taking
What's
pictures.
Fairy
that?
just took a picture of us. But anyway, so weird. But,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Do you see it?
But okay.
No, we
No, I
heard the
don't see it.
click.
I just heard the
Oh,
click go. That was like, what? But yeah, so to be able to take it and to expand upon them. I think what happens with a lot of people is they have a great idea, but then they don't know what to do with it. And so my background being in marketing, with my degree in marketing, but to take their ideas and to expand it beyond what they actually had, you know, visibly seen, and take it in another direction or take it into a higher direction. Like, for example, today I had several ladies who I spoke to yesterday, and today we spoke about doing some great things in hair and beauty. And so, you know, to be able to utilize technology to benefit them as beauticians and salon owners. And so, of course, you have the ability to vlog. You know, vlogging, even from the standpoint of doing hair, has now helped the hair industry sell weaves, you know,
Yes.
to be able to sell hairstyles and cuts. And so now speaking to people about, you know, doing video logs, having events inside of your shops, bringing people to you, but also doing a video broadcast across YouTube. YouTube has 1 billion people on there, so it makes sense to be able to utilize those free resources to help increase your business and to do it regularly enough to where you actually can build a base of people who will pay attention to you. For what a lot of people don't know, I spoke to a young man a couple weeks ago, and he told me that he made $750 a week off of YouTube from doing comedy bits. And I was like, really? He had a full he had a pay plan because he did comedy on YouTube, made him $750 a week. And so I was like, that, to me, that's like a job. That's somebody's salary. So you have so many different ways to be innovative now where technology is concerned. I learned about all these different things. I want to send a shout out to some people who I think are so absolutely awesome where it comes to sales and marketing and to really implementing social media and technology into the business structure. A couple of guys named Shay Brown and Trevor Otts. They're these super gurus, and when you look to see who the next Les Brown will be, I guarantee you it's going to be the two of them as a pair, because they are super awesome. They did this thing on Facebook this week that it was just mind-boggling. They set up a website, and they did a broadcast from these 3 different websites with the gentleman, what was his name? Mr. West. We'll call him Mr. West. I'll remember it in a minute. But anyway, so he had this event where they set it up, and you do these, you know, they do this every other day, by the way, via Facebook. And so they'll set up a website where you can go and watch. That's Shay Brown and Trevor Ott. So it's Shay and Trevor is the name of the group on Facebook. So they have these people who engage real time on the page, and so they have people who go in and they'll, pump it up because, of course, Facebook shows the traffic, and when you have more people going the same direction, then that algorithm will start to speed up and more people will start to pay attention. And so they have a website set up, and it'll say, go to our visitors page. When you go to the visitors page, it sends you right back to the group in Facebook. And so people are there doing this one-on-one interaction, and it's lots of people eventually who are doing it. This Saturday, they did a conference online where they had 68,000 people that tuned in between the hours of 9 a.m. and like 12 p.m. It was so phenomenal. I thought it was crazy. I mean, just being able to take things and now utilize them in different ways. I'm sure that wasn't something that Mark Zuckerberg thought they were going to do with Facebook, but why not? It was just so, it was phenomenal to me. So I am in awe of a lot of the things that I see people doing with social media. I met a lady this week, and when I tell you, I can't wait to interview this lady. You might want to interview this lady. It's a lady named Pastor Ann Danner. Ann Danner is the most remarkable woman I've ever seen in my life. This lady has like 10 degrees. I kid you not. She is a photographer, a tech geek, a lawyer. She has, all these different degrees. So what she's done is been able to take her tech experience and create hundreds of businesses, and then she does like where she sells them off. And so I'm like, she has all these businesses, and I told her yesterday, I said, well, for all the businesses that she has, she is the new economic development plan for this city. And so a lot of people when I'm telling you this lady, and they're full running businesses, websites, phone numbers, email addresses, everything that you need inside your website in order to run. Check out Dr. Ann Danner, because she is just awesome. Because I like to give people kudos for where they deserve to be, pushed. And just amazing lady. And the more you see that she does commercials, and does them quick. It's like some people can do things. She does things literally overnight. And it's just so amazing. Hundreds of different things. I'm like, okay, you're one of those people too, Jackie. Jackie, by the way, if people don't understand, Jackie is like the backbone of the earth. If you guys don't understand how all this stuff is moving, Jim is the founder, but Jackie is, when I say Jackie is a monster when it comes to all of this stuff in the urban tech fair, I was looking like, how in the world is she doing all that? So just everybody, if you get a chance, thank Jackie for everything that's going on in urban tech fair, because she is doing a lot. So, and then she's not alone, but she is still doing a lot. I just think it's awesome. We just have the ability right now, especially where African Americans are concerned, where we have a legacy of slavery, and we have a history of slavery being our ancestry here in this country. I believe personally that technology is the answer to changing that whole entire legacy right now, because it's something that allows us to be creative. We can be creative and move forward into the future with a higher expectation of what we're able to do going forward, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and I am excited about it. I'm totally in love with technology. I eat, sleep, and drink it right now. I only want to talk about technology only because I call myself a futurist. That's what I'm thinking. So yes, when you say all the creativity, all the music, everybody incorporated in technology, we all have the ability now to move forward in technology and to be able to collaborate and do things connected, because look at the internet. That's why we're here, to connect, and to be able to move forward and help each other, because the government is not coming to help us. LaDonna JC is watching us. She always has this statement where she says, Superman is not coming. So America, wake up. Superman's not coming.
And there's only one savior I ever heard of.
But it is a good idea.
Yes. We sometimes get that savior complex, but everything that we're needed, we're designed with everything that we're needed. So if you want to first understand technology, understand the body, how energy moves, molecules, when they talk about science, technology, engineering, when you can understand, go back to your basic science, go back to the cell, study the cell if you want to understand technology. Just had a call right before we came on. Someone found me on LinkedIn, and she wanted to know, well, with this, can you guys teach me how to do a website? She's starting a business, and she wants to do this website, but she wants to be very specific. And I was like, well, honestly, if you're in business, if your goal is to have your business up and functioning, and you want these these real specifications, I would, say go get someone to design your website while you did the back end learning. But she said she was a math major, and she went to school for accounting, and she has a degree in math. I said, well, if you really like math, programs are nothing but word problems converted to mathematical formulas. Everything breaks down to binary numbers, and sometimes they may sound complicated, but if you can add one and one, then you can grow one step to another. I mean, they're really basic. So if you have a problem, just take your problem and then figure out a solution. Write out your solution, where you feel needs to be done to make the solution happen. And you can sit down with someone and convert that to a mathematical formula. And a lot of things are already here, to be honest. There's a lot of code and a lot of things already written. It's just an issue of innovation and tweaking things to what you need them for. So please engage technology. So we're going to engage it one more time, because it's like pulling, but I want you people to know, at the Urban Tech Fair, we are here to showcase one another. And that's just whenever, even on Blog Talk, we're here to support one another. So the best thing you can do is not just hear what we say, but go home and implement and actually use the knowledge. And one of the things you can do, transformation. Okay, if you want trends is transformation. It's not just enough now to have a webinar or have an event. You have to actually transform lives. So the one way we can do it is to visit her website and then to see how can we support. As many of us are entrepreneurs. So she already stated, as a marketing consultant, she can show you how to use technology in a creative way to expand your reach in your business, which again will expand your profit margin and your revenue. So the next thing we want to know, what other services? I know you have like special ways to advertise. I know you host. What are some other things that you do, and how people can engage you and support you while you support them?
Oh, absolutely. A few things that I do host events. I used to actually put on events, so I do actually sometimes put events together myself, but I'm more on the side of hosting the events now. I have a group of ladies, let me throw a plug to them, the Brown Bag Event Networking Group. So Brown Bag Networking Group, I don't have to get the website right, but anyway, but Brown Bag Ladies. So these ladies actually are taking companies, they're taking companies that are looking to market their business and putting their coupons in bags. And instead of you having to come and go to any of these conventions and going to any location, they actually will take your coupons and put them in the bag for you. And we walk. Guess who the host is? So all the businesses that have brought in their coupons, and we're going to, engage people every 10 minutes with a sort of gift that comes from a raffle as a part of the bag. So everybody in the room gets the bags with the coupons, and everybody in the room gets a raffle ticket, and somebody will win every 30 minutes during our 10-minute presentation some type of gift. So it makes events a lot more fun, and it also allows people who may be in California to offer their businesses to people who are here, business services to people who are here in Atlanta.
Yes.
Or to be to California who need to get their business marketed in California. We can go to events out there because we do travel, and to be able to take our information and take their information and put it in these bags out there in California. So we do conventions, weddings, parties, whatever. Basically anything where there are 100 people or more, we can show up there.
You're
And
right.
so that's one thing. I do a brand ambassador position where I actually will go and represent your business at an event and set up the table. I'll go and hit a festival and wear your shirts or whatever, pass out your information. I'll go and talk about your company, pass out your business cards. Of course, do video. So you can take commercials, get commercials done. We can do all sorts of things. Consulting is probably my best thing. So when I get to do consults, I'll do 30 minutes for everybody free, but after that, you know, it's a certain price that we pay, and then we go into trying to actually build from what we spoke. I am into not only just the engagement and the consult, but I do like to execute with the client. And so if there's no execution, I can't really put my rubber stamp on it and say that I actually helped that happen. So offering right now some great things from new clients that are coming across, shelf businesses. So any companies that have been built up have some great deals, and I can say it is now on camera. We're selling shelves at $200, already ready to go. Who does that? Who does that? Already ready to go, a shelf company. So, and then you have magazines. So anybody who's interested in having their own magazine for whatever the purpose is, $200 for a full-blown magazine already put together. All you do is add your articles to it and your pictures. So the format is done, the layout is done. All you do is turn the pages and put your information in there.
Now, who's
And I
this
think
with?
it's really awesome.
This sounds like another woman out of Atlanta that I interviewed a few years ago. Is this is this group? Is the woman are you working with any woman named Kim? I'm trying to remember Kim's last name.
No.
Okay.
No. I knew some people named Kim, but I don't. Are you talking about Kim Toomey?
No, not Kim Toomey. I have to go back, and I actually interviewed her a few years ago, and she gave us that opportunity actually to start our own, digital magazine for that same price. And this was a few years ago when people were just coming in the digital magazine. She was very forward, and I've been doing Master Griot Radio since 2008, so I have a lot of interviews. So, but if you're interested,
yeah, we have.
Okay, I'll just go ahead. You keep on talking. I'm just typing in the chat room what you're saying. So,
are you hearing the feedback from both shows?
Yeah, there's some feedback coming. If you're listening to the show, if you're listening to the show, you're going to hear feedback.
You don't hear the you don't hear the feedback on. I don't hear no feedback on mine. Maybe because you guys.
Oh, you don't hear it?
Yeah, you got maybe because you guys got the earphones on, so you're hearing everything coming back from your computer into those earphones. But on my end, I don't hear no feedback. I just hear your voices.
Yeah, in the chat room they said you're very clear. They hear you very clear.
Oh, spectacular! I love it. Okay, because I hear 4 conversations going on at one time. It's funny to talk over, but. And forgive me, everybody, because I am literally listening to 3 conversations or 4. I'm not really sure anymore, but it is just us repeating ourselves because it's echoing in my phone and it's echoing in Jackie's phone at the same time. So anyway, so yeah, I have the ability to do, but then I also am a creator, so I like to do image consults. My thing is to really do image consults on men. I love to dress men just for the heck of it. It's something I find fun, and of course, because so many men lack a ability to style themselves, I think that, it's a welcome advance whenever a woman can actually, go and put you into some different appearances or different styles, different images. So I'm not like a designer for clothes. I designed clothes when I was younger, but I don't design them now, and I don't even know where to start to try and do it again. But yeah, I'm a creative. I come up with stuff all the time. Like, I'll come up with a new term for all sorts of stuff, like an idea architect. So you know, or what I say, I'm an information activist because I have information. I don't believe God gave us information to sit on, and whenever you learn something, to get that out to the population so that people can benefit from it. Because I think if everybody is growing, we're all collectively growing. So keeping people behind, ignorance is not strength. I know that's something that we thought about in the book 1984, Orwellian thought, but no, that's not true. When people are stupid, everybody suffers. So we want people to be intelligent, and we want them to be able to progress. And yes, thank you. We want them to be able to progress and to grow. I mean, I think there was a project called the Venus Project, and if you ever have a chance to look at this, I think that it is so impactful. The Venus Project is online, the venusproject.com. They have a lot for the whole future, and it looks like Star Wars, but it is so cool. A system where originally it was a biodome the first time I looked at it, but they have a layout for what we could literally have as future living spaces, where you can grow agriculture on top of buildings that are propelled by water and solar energy. And they have a whole layout. There's several companies now that are doing that, several businesses that are doing that right now. But, you know, to be able to look at, you know, people, things like that, and to get informed as to where we could be going, gives you a layout for what you could be doing. You know, when you look at, you say, okay, well, the Venus Project shows where technology can be an operation of all labor, where we would just live to learn. And so instead of us being slave to a job industry, slave to work, we would only be here to learn and to worship God. They'd be the only two things we'd be here for, which would be great. I mean, why not? You know? And for, you know, us to be able to grow and expand, and then to be able to tap into more of our brain activity. We're coming to a precipice right now where we are merging with technology, so we're creating now people who are literally in themselves with things because they want to get to be a part of that technology so bad, because that is almost a godlike ability, what we have now been able to create technology. And it's not that, and I hear people always say, you know, well, it's the devil if you want to. I don't think that technology is anything, and let me rephrase this, anything can get in the wrong hands and become evil. So where you have something that can literally be able to help people, it could be just like the healthcare programs. You originally designed, just to give you a example, you know, we originally designed certain drugs like cocaine to utilize it for the purpose of healing. Well, somebody else took it and said, okay, let's have fun with it, you know, and people started smoking it to get high, and it became a drug. So, of course, you have you can have a dual usage of anything. But technology can help us, it can heal us, it can grow us. Transcendence is a great movie that you can watch, just came out, and it shows you where Johnny Depp emerges himself into the memory bank of a computer, and he becomes a part of the computer system. Well, he begins to become artificial intelligence, and his intelligence grows from that point, and he starts to inside of the human world using nanotechnology. Now, if you don't understand nanotechnology, understand this. You need to go watch that movie, and you can see how nanotechnology can grow, because that is exactly what Cynthia told us what was going to happen from the convention she went to in California. We can actually throw nanobots in the air and can create things. And he created a full human body. You'll see it in the movie if you turn and watch it. It's very deep, very intelligent. But at the same time, in reality, I can't remember, I want to say it's called the Blue Loop Project, where this was like 7 years ago that I looked this up on. There was a project they put together for the exact same purpose, which was to take memories and to put them in computers. Well, here we are today, and they're actually doing that. That was just 7 years ago. So to look and understand where we're going in technology, your possibilities are absolutely endless. everything has to meld into technology. Everything has to operate and utilize technology. We don't have a choice, and that's what I'm saying. I'm sticking to it. So.
Well, okay. Well, it's been great getting to know CAIRO QWEEN. If you are on Facebook, anywhere, and if you're anywhere part of the Urban Tech Fair, you have heard about CAIRO QWEEN. You know the great information she puts out. But we wanted to take a moment to learn who is CAIRO QWEEN, the person, and how can we best support her. So you see this great talent, and you know how you can use it to your benefit. And again, we're here to lift one another up. So everybody out there in Atlanta with the Urban Tech Fair, please reach out to CAIRO so that you can help her manifest the Urban Tech Fair in the ATL, because there's plenty of people from the ATL. Just contact CAIRO. Again, visit her website, www.techsocialite.info. Visit her website and support her in business. If nothing else, if you're in business and you want to promote, make sure you get a coupon in them bags. That's the least you can do.
Let's put a plug out for Yes We Code, just come up in New Orleans.
Oh, okay. You just say it again. I'm having a little trouble hearing you. I'm just having a little trouble hearing you.
Yes We Code is going to be happening in New Orleans. The 4th of July weekend, they're having a big tech event called Yes We Code. You can find it hashtag yes. Check it out, because it's something that you want to get your kids involved with and teaching them how to code. Prince is going to be in town. I think he has an association. I think it's something that the president has actually pushed. I'm saying I think, so don't quote me on that. But I know that is happening in New Orleans.
During the Essence Festival. Part of the Essence Festival.
Because that's an event, and it is correct.
Yeah, so it's free coding classes. Bring the whole family out. It is definitely targeted underserved communities. Bring your children out. Teach them how to code. And if you don't have any children, bring a neighbor. Bring someone who may not have anyone to mentor them. Bring a young person with you, and y'all learn how to code. Is yeswecode.org. You get all of the details is there, but it will officially launch during the Essence Festival. So in New Orleans. So have a good time and party. Make sure again you support CAIRO QWEEN. Visit the Urban Tech Fair at www.urbantechfair.org. Click join. It's just going to be phenomenal how more things manifest, and we've just touched the tip of the iceberg. But she also engaged in fashion, engaged in animation, and just all different areas of technology. So I guess the biggest lesson I can say to learn from this, anything's possible. Don't limit your mind. Don't think it can't be done. Just speak it. You never know who's around who can help you manifest it. But believe all things are possible. Write it down. Write it down. Make it plain, and people will come who can help you with it. CAIRO, you have anything else to close us out with?
CAIRO?
She can't hear us because she's sitting up there looking. She can't hear us. CAIRO?
I can't see her on this end. We're going to close out with this.
Okay. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Well, everything maybe is a little scratchy. We couldn't hear you, but we're just going to go ahead and close out the Blog Talk show. Anybody that still wants to hang around, we're still here on the Google Hangout, so just come on over, and I'll put the link to the Google Hangout. For those, if you didn't get it already, it's in the Urban Tech Fair event, but I'll add the link to the Google Hangout into the chat room, so you can go over there. But there are people that are back and forth. And Bird said, a great discussion, Cairo. She said, take care and have a good night. So that was Bird. So everyone, good night. Sandra, I know Sandra from the Urban Tech Fair is watching and listening. So we're just going to say good night. We'll be back this Sunday on the Digital Drummer this Sunday, and we're talking STEM with the Facebook group from Congress of African People with their science, technology, engineering, and math group. So we're going to have a whole group out, and all we're talking is STEM. So that's this Sunday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern, here on the Digital Drummer on Master Griot Radio. Peace and love.
Peace and love to you too, Jacqueline.
Okay. So, Cairo, did you come back on the Hangout?
I think she's still out. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well, yeah. She
Do you
left
hear?
the chat and she came back in the chat, so I guess she's trying to get back on. But let's give her a clap. Put a hand clap on Ferris, because this was a successful job. Hey, we did the Google Hangout and the Blog Talk, so we did
It
a
did
great
work.
job. Yes,
Do you
it
see
did
that
work.
video? You see that video on that end?
Yay! Come on. Here, Cody's happy too. Cody, say hey, Cody. Hey, Cairo's back on. When Cody hear hand claps, he jumps up. He thinks it's for him.
Yeah. Do you see that video?
Oh, the promo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
You see it playing on here now.
Oh, no. You trying to play it?
It's an app that says it's supposed. That's what it's supposed to allow you to do. But I'm seeing if it works.
No, I don't see it. Do we all have to have that app? Is that
It's
what you have
supposed
to
be,
do?
the app's supposed to all be. Well, I don't know. You may be right. It's right to your left. Your YouTube. If you go to apps in your screen.
Okay. Click on my YouTube player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right in your screen, inside of the box, the Google Hangout box.
Alrighty, let me click on the Urban Tech Fair. I got a lot of accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one is right inside of the Google Plus, right? The Google Hangout box.
Mm-hmm.
Right inside there, over to your left-hand side.
No, I did it. I gave permission. I'm at my
Okay.
YouTube. I don't see anything playing.
Okay, because I wonder why it's not playing then, because it said it's so you can watch videos together, which is nice, because then we can use this on the next one.
Now I played videos for people. I have to remember, what did I do? It keeps saying it needs my permission to continue. I have to figure out what did I do when I did it before, because I brought it up to just to play videos. I don't know. When I keep going, it keeps saying it needs my permission to continue, but then it goes off. Let me see if I can go into this. Is okay. Here I was able to hit the continue button, but it's not taking me over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it keeps asking me. Cairo's back on.
Yeah, I see.
She's in two places.
Yeah. Now, yeah, because it's playing good on this end. Like, wow, we really need to use this, because we can. This is where, once you engage people in the Google Hangouts, that we can get that visual. So now we know that you can do the Blog Talk Radio. That's radio, and you can fuse that in together. But then we'll actually have visuals where we can do things.
Yeah, I know you can. That's one of the things because I played videos, but this it won't let me go to my YouTube. That's my problem. Every time I keep trying to go to the YouTube, it says you need permission to continue, and it goes away. I can't actually get there. Maybe you have to do the screen share.
Uh,
You shouldn't have to do that because, and the only app you're using is YouTube, right?
yeah.
Okay.
You see it running through the screen share. Let me see.
Yeah, I see it
Let me
running.
get a different one. See what that look like. That's a good. That's a good option there.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to go right now because I have to
Okay.
feed my family, and my mom is. She thinks when cause I'm in my another whole part of the house. She keeps thinking I left out the house.
You have a big house.
No, well, my mom she gets confused with the dementia. So
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. So
Well, I appreciate
There
it.
you go,
Thanks for
Carol.
hanging in.
yeah, she's back in. She's been working it. She goes in and out. She's been coming till she's on. It was a great
Oh,
interview,
neat.
Cairo. And
Thank you.
lady in the chat room said you're coming through very clear. Sandra was on; she could hear you, and she's watching.
Yay.
So,
Hi, Sandra.
so there are more people that are actually on than we can see. So that's good. So we were successful. Ferris gave you a hand clap. He
Here,
gave you
let's do it.
applause.
Let's do a high five.
Did you see Cody? Did you see Cody, Cairo?
Who's Cody?
Yeah, here I am, Cairo. Say hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Cody. Puppies for tech.
When anybody claps, he think it's for him.
That's funny.
Yeah, we working out our show now. Doggy's in the kitchen. When I cook, he helps me out by checking the floor to see if I dropped anything.
See, that's why I want a puppy. I want to do a show with my puppy.
Alrighty, guys. I will speak with you soon. Have
Thank
a
you
great
for
night.
joining us. Thanks for the
Okay.
great experiment or the tech experiment.
Okay.
Okay, have a
Alrighty,
good
and
night.
I'm what I'm gonna do is upload the interview to the last show we were supposed to do, so people can still follow that link.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty, and it'll be in 2 places. Okay.
All right, thank you for
Alrighty.
joining us, Jacqueline Taylor Adams from the Urban Tech Fair out of Philly, and that was from the Digital Drummer on Blog Talk with the Tech Media Mashup. Yay, we did it!
Here go Cody again. Alrighty.
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 Gary, stay on for a while. We're gonna hang out here. Thanks, Jacqueline. Okay, cool. So, what do you think now? What do you think? How'd that go?
Well, it went pretty good. Getting it down pat, learning some more things. It was great that you figured out how to do the mashup with Blog Talk Radio.
Oh my God, that was probably epic, right? And nobody probably saw it.
But here's the thing, and we learning. Here's the thing too, though. That's what I mean about putting together that campaign so we can drive more people in. You know?
Well, for all the viewers who are watching now, what do you think we should, try to drive home with sessions like this, as far as what they can do where this is concerned? Because, I mean, to me, yesterday I showed ladies how to get on YouTube and do YouTube videos, and they were just in awe. So I think we'll see a lot more of the ladies that I'm involved with doing a lot of video blogs or vlogs. Going forward, because of course content is king and we need to be building content. So I don't care if your content's crappy, just build it,
Right.
So everybody on video, everybody engaging, because I mean, think about it right now. I keep looking at things like FaceTime on ISO, which is the operating system for Apple, for people that don't know that. They have an app that's called FaceTime, and so you can speak just like we're speaking now, face to face, via your cell phone. And of course, that's going to be the wave of the future, whether people know that or not. You're not going to be using a headset. You're not going to be on the phone. You'll be actually talking face-to-face via imaging. And don't wait until we get to holographic imaging where people will be projected into your living room. Oh, you're going to love that.
That's here already.
you know, I keep plugging the thing with Michael Jackson on the Billboard. Was it Billboard Awards? Billboard Awards, where he was a holographic image. You know, that is actually something that we're bringing to manifestation with holographic cameras, 3D, 5D cameras that are coming out. These actually exist now. This is not in the future, because the future is now. So, you know, it's important that people understand that this is where we are in the place and space of technology. We're moving forward. It's not going backward, and it's not stopping at all. So, what are some things that maybe you want to plug for the week? Because I have people who I want to talk about that I met over the course of the week.
Well, pretty much, you know, my focus has been, you know, with you know, driving the traffic to the Urban Tech Fair, and then working with you, the different communities that I'm involved with online. It's you know, Blacks in Technology. Of course, the CSS is coming up, and the new shows is coming up. But right now, I just want to say to those who may be listening, or who are listening out there, to get more involved and to come and engage, get more engaged with what we're doing, so that we can grow this community to benefit each other, you know, one another. That's what it's all about. And then, you know, using technology is the way, you know, using this technology that we're using right here today is, man, how much more communications can you get? You know, how much more effective? You know, and just taking full advantage of it. And as we're learning this stuff, you know, I mean, we just learning a lot of this. Yeah, we still got a long ways to go to really get it really down pat. But it's fun learning, and it's fun learning with people that you can learn and grow with, you know, and stuff. So that's it. I'm just looking forward to the event, up and coming events, and continuing to build and figuring out how to do some new stuff with what we got going on.
Well, yeah. So what's that big bright light glowing back there in that bag?
Check it out. I get to do this. That's why I was going to show you. I can do this remotely.
So is that us on the camera back there in the bag?
I'm turning it off and on with my tablet.
Look at you.
With the keypad.
Mr.
You see what I'm saying?
Fancy Pants.
Huh?
I said, Mr. Fancy Smancy Pants.
You see what I'm saying? So I can sit here and I can remote, and we can actually, like inside of this show, right? We can go to the bag, and it's already a piece already recorded on there where we can bring into the show.
You know, Fairies, what I was thinking about, how this could really just be something fantastic for people, where we're talking tech wearables. You're talking about a bag that you can, one, either put on your backpack, or two, where it's a strap, correct? These are things that we could really, from some point or another, now maneuver what used to be the full-blown desktop and take it with us and still prop it up on top of computers, and we don't have to worry about having to move the screen back and forth like we do with laptops and tablets and trying to hold it up. You actually have the place where people can dock it, and they can actually move around with it mobily and have their own TV screen, basically.
Exactly. And that's why with it's ideal for the places where I spoke to you about, because their whole campaign is
broadcast.
The tablet is now your computer. It's your laptop, the new laptop. So but they don't have a docking in transit per se. You know what I'm saying? So you have to either sit there with it on your lap, you know, real small. You know, you're sitting there like with the thing on your lap. It can be uncomfortable for some people that, you know, they don't sit like that. And then when it comes to sitting on the table, you know, you want to pretty much elevate it sometime, but that's not there. But this simple concept allows all that to happen, and then you can actually control it, you know, from a distance. Like, watch the volume. I'm going to turn the volume up.
I was going to play your video, play the commercials that you did this week, but I don't know what I'm showing on the screen. What do you see on the screen?
I don't see nothing on the screen yet. I tried.
Do you see you?
I see me. I see you. I'm looking at you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I was going to play the video from what you did this week, but I'll wait.
Play
I think I can upload and play it through the actual screen. Go
Play
ahead and
it.
show us what you. Okay, I'll do that. Because I think people need to see what you did this week. I think that's pretty awesome. And I also want to show your bag since we have it on video. You know, why not? Let's show it.
Well, I'm gonna show it all the way out, Cairo. I'm just doing this with you to show, get some ideas, you know, into my little zone. You in my little studio now. I'm in my dungeon, you know, creating, and you know, doing your thing. So as we continue to move and connect, you know, and get you outfitted right, you know, like Batman and what's the guy name that Batman always call on, the inventor guy that's in the cave all the time? That's what I feel like.
Morgan Freeman.
No, Bruce. Bruce. Is his name Bruce?
No, Bruce is Bruce Wayne. That's Batman. That's why I said Morgan Freeman, because that's who Morgan Freeman's character is. I forgot. It's not Alfred. Alfred is the butler. I can't remember what his name is right now.
No, Alfred was the inventor guy.
No, Alfred's the butler.
Who's the inventor guy that's
I
always
can't
come up with all the gadgets?
We're going to have to do that next show and come back and answer that question.
We should do that. We should put some of that information in there with the what's his name? 007. You got 007 and the guy from in Batman.
That'd be a good show. We should do covering the inventions of the movies and how they manifested. I gotta come up with a title for that. How the movie well, you put it on the screen up. Neat. How the movies have manifested in real life, and the technology of movies have manifested.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Going back into Batman, into 007, into
all
of them had there were technology all up in there.
You have control of the screen, so I can't upload the video. So you have to go in the. You see, if you scroll down on the. You're so silly. If you scroll down to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th button should be YouTube. You see that red button there?
Yeah.
Click that. You should be able to put your videos that you made this week inside of there.
I got them on there already.
See if they'll play there. Well, wait, hold on. I'm getting messages on Facebook. How cool is that? I want to send a shout out while I'm doing this. Send a shout out to some really wonderful women that I met this week. Okay. What is going on? Yvonne Stroud, Selena Jefferson, Kathy Smith, a lady named Hope. What is Hope's last name? Hope. I mean, just awesome ladies that I met this week, and entrepreneurs, women who are, you know, in the line of tech or trying to learn more about tech. Hope Cheeley was a person that I met this week. You know, just wanted to give a plug to all the people who I engaged, and of course all the people who I met with and spoke to and did conference calls. There was a Dr. Dwayne Turner, I want to send him a shout out. Of course, John Sanders, I want to send him a shout out. Spoke to several people. I'm going this week to go represent Southern Barter Club, and I'll be the brand ambassador for Southern Barter Club at the Georgia Manufacturing Expo. So that's going to be pretty cool.
That's going to happen when?
That is happening this weekend. You didn't get my email?
I'd seen something briefly about that because, you know, Georgia. Terry, you familiar with Terry Manufacturing in Georgia?
No. Oh, you found the video? You got it to play?
It's been on, but how do you get it to really come on full screen? This is my screen share piece. How do you get the video to play on your end?
You don't want screen share. You see where it says YouTube? You want it to play through that YouTube button.
So why isn't it playing? I mean, I'm playing it, but you don't see it. Why don't you see it?
Give me control back. I might be able to pull it up.
Hmm?
Can you give me control back from the control room? Because you're using screen share. Screen share only shows you the screen. That's what I made a mistake showing the commercial that I made before. So it wasn't a commercial. It was like a recap of when I went into Microsoft. And,
Okay, now what do you mean give you control back from the control room? How do you do that?
You had control of the control room. I'll do it. The bar is the third from the bottom, and it'll say control room, the box. All right, and so fairies, you are in control. I want to control.
Where do I see that at?
I don't know, but
Third from the bottom.
Share controls. So we both have control now. Okay. Fairies has added Google Art Project. He's so silly. What are you gonna do? Draw on my face?
No, well, this is unique, but I'll show you this later. I just clicked on. I'm just trying to find the control room.
Okay, we should do a session this week on the production side of our Google Hangouts. But yeah, so I don't know why the YouTube's not working. It might just be slow to load. I don't know. Dang it. I really wanted to show that video so people could see it. So you did the screen share already?
Yeah.
I have a big announcement this week too. I want to tell people about so bad, but I have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I understand. Like, how do you get this thing to really? I see it on this end. It looks good, but how do you get people to see it on the other end?
I have to send a shout out to Crystal Celine. Crystal Celine was commenting on one of my Facebook posts. She's the original founder of TLC. And they were actually under another name before Pebbles picked them up, and she actually was not, she didn't go into the second phase of the group, but she's the original founder of TLC. And they mention her a lot in the movie about TLC, but you'll never see her. She's here in Atlanta. I met her at an event.
Okay.
She's doing a book about it.
Atlanta has always been, Atlanta's malls has always been famous for breaking talent.
The malls?
Yeah.
Probably used to be our southern malls down there, in South DeKalb, places like that. I don't think they are so much anymore now, because they did used to have like these stages where people used to go and perform. But Atlanta is it used to be so laden with, why are we talking about this? So laden with crime at one point, and it's been eradicated severely. But yeah, I think at one point it was. I don't think I was here then. But okay, so I don't know why I can't get this video to play, but it's definitely not playing. But let me try and see if I can do it on screen share. But I think screen share is specifically for the screen, not for the volume. And that's why they have the YouTube option there. But I can try it. We'll see.
Maybe we need to write them and give them some feedback on it.
But given that I'm on YouTube, I don't even know if I could pull this off. But I'll try it.
No, you have to paste that YouTube link into that share add video playlist.
Mine won't even open up. Like the YouTube video clip won't even open up. So I don't know.
Inside your Google Hangout box?
Yeah, it won't even open. It'll just go to a black screen. It won't show me anything.
Well, it must be some defects in there because
I think all of this has a defect because I think it's an experimental type of function.
Yeah. The app they probably
messes up so long and I think it even goes for only a certain time. I think, who else did I want to send a plug to this week? Just so many people who I just encounter and I talk to. I saw somebody who just did a post. Crystal Celine. Hi, she gave me a hug.
Yeah.
Crystal Celine said hugs. All right, cool beans. That was on my Facebook page.
Oh, on the Facebook page, okay.
Somebody
so when you
said,
take a photo,
oh my gosh, Sandra. Sandra D. King. Sandra D. King. It's so awesome. This lady posts all sorts of great stuff. She, like me, I guess, likes robotics. I'm not really sure. We should interview her one day. She just graduated from something. She got some kind of higher level degree. And we should interview her. She's in technology, too. But
Sandra D. King.
Sandra D. King. Sandra's part of the Urban Tech Fair. So she's really cool.
What does she do?
I just know she posts a lot of stuff in about robotics. She's into technology, a lady in tech. Very, very affluent when it comes to, you know, technology, and really puts the word out about tech. And so I want to send a shout out to her because I always like to share her post, and she shares mine, and I really appreciate it. But at the same time, she posted something today which I actually sent to myself because I wanted to look at it while we were on camera, and it was in reference to the job situation here in the U.S. Very intense post that she had up. I thanked her for posting it, but I've had so many messages come in since then. I found it. Okay.
I was watching the event you were at, and I saw you in the event.
What event?
In the back.
You talking about Fashion Night Out?
Yeah. Okay. Say cheese. Lean back and say cheese.
Hold on. Let me.
Oh, you moved. You moved on me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Well, no more. Because the eyes are closed.
We're doing selfies on camera. This is another innovation. They probably don't do this on camera.
Hmm?
Look, they probably don't do this on camera. We're doing selfies.
You can do. I'm trying to see what the quality looks like on this.
I've seen it. It's not that great. Well, it depends on what your camera does.
Nah. Okay, the one of them is pretty good.
Oh, you know, I'm up here posing. You know, you're taking pictures.
Huh? Okay, my bad. I was going through the other one. 1. Okay, you gotta lean back just a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's pretty good. That came out pretty good. As long as the quality, this one's gonna be a little blurry. 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Do another one.
You stupid. Okay. All right. So that was cool. We just did selfies. That's crazy. Who does selfies on a Google Hangout?
That's cool.
That was smart, though.
Huh?
That was pretty smart. I didn't even think about that.
Okay, this one came out pretty good. This one didn't.
Yeah, it takes me like 20 pictures to get the right one.
No, it's the blur. It's not you. It's the blur in the.
No, I'm joking.
Huh?
I said, oh, I know it's not me. I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, it's the blur in the camera. I'm talking about the quality of the camera.
Oh, Dominic Huff. Dominic Huff is the CEO for the South Fulton Coalition, Business Coalition. South Fulton Business Coalition. I want to send a shout out to him. I want to send a shout out to Mad Queen in Indiana. She is just awesome because Mad Queen is a commuter. She'll come from Indiana and come here and go to events, and I've been to events with her here in Atlanta. They have a magazine called Culture 73 Online, which is the rebuilding of hip-hop or reconstruction of hip-hop. I've written articles in there before. Really cool stuff. That might be a good place to advertise too, by the way, Carrie.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You said Culture what?
Culture 73, the number 73, online.com. It might be 73, just .com, but it's online. Oh, my buddy Joanna Glade, she's a Shakely representative, so you have to check that out because that stuff tastes pretty good and it's supposed to be good for you. Lori Chester Sosa. Lori Sosa is the founder for the Southern Barter Club, which will be I'll be representing them this weekend. So if you ever join Southern Barter Club, get a discount. Use the CAIRO code. Use the word CAIRO when you sign up in all caps, CAIRO, and you might get a discount. I have my own personal discount for a lot of places. We'll actually see that roll out this week because I now have formulated discounts and offers for all sorts of people that you can go and say, hey, CAIRO Queen told me to use this. I used to do this when I used to do jazz clubs. People would go and use the CAIRO code. But use the CAIRO code and you can get discounts on all sorts of stuff. Now, you doing things with these businesses, you might be able to hit some places and say, hey, I ran into CAIRO Queen. She told me to come here. And they might offer you like a discount, like $5, $10, $20. You never know. So,
yeah.
remember,
CAIRO code.
the CAIRO code.
Okay.
Don't you love that? I'm coded. Oh, Kiva Richmond. Kiva Richmond is lifesaver. We were carpooling this yesterday and had a great meeting on the way there and the way back about several different things that we're working on with women's organization, which, wait a minute, brace yourself. You ready for this?
Okay.
The organization we're working on is called Southern Silicon Valley. It's a ladies' organization for tech.
Southern Silicon Valley.
Southern Silicon Valley.
Okay. That's interesting.
Who else? Who else do I want to? I mean, all sorts of people who I talk to so many people in a week. It's just ridiculous. So if I didn't remember to say your name, Andre Scott out in California from Vinyl Stew on Facebook. He has a group that they promote all sorts of everything. Jim Newsom. Oh, Jim Newsom, the founder of the Urban Tech Fair. We want to send a shout out to Jim. Only because Jim has had some health situations. We want to keep him lifted up and send him positive energy, please, everybody. Jim we can't do tech without Jim. So, we want to make Jim get better now. BDPA's DS Brown, meet DS Brown on Twitter. DS Brown is a sci-fi author, and he is the president for BDPA Atlanta. So definitely want to promote him because we'll be interviewing him very soon. And we'll probably interview him on here as well as some other spots that I have for a tech show. So, and get ready because we're getting ready to hit you with a mother load of all sorts of tech. Get ready for my magazine. It'll be coming soon. We'll be having a show, and we'll have a radio show, but I won't tell you where. Shouts out to Robin and to Stephanie at WRXP Radio. We'll make an announcement about that this week sometime. So I'm talking too much. I need to go take care of some stuff. And I had a really great time with you, fairies. And thank you to Jacqueline Taylor Adams of the Urban Tech Fair and from the Digital Drummer. Thank you for pumping and supporting all of us in our tech initiatives. Thank you to my buddy, Kevin Williams, who is so freaking awesome. He is just so awesome. And that's from Circadian Solutions in Texas. He is so awesome. He gives me so much information on robotics. Shouts out to Shay and Trevor for being just huge innovators in marketing and business and technology. They were so cool. I think everybody should go watch their stuff. It's so awesome.
Hey, CAIRO, why did Kevin right?
Mm-hmm.
When is what time do they do their show?
Who, Kevin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trevor.
Oh, Trevor? Oh, it just depends. They usually do it different times. The time they did it on Saturday, it was like from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. So, yeah.
Because we should connect and then run because run some things for the show through there.
It's a secret. That's a secret. That's a secret. Hey, you do flash photography. You're my new paparazzi. I like that. That was cool.
Okay,
Jared. My best friend Jared, who's a photographer. Jared Zim Photography. Jared Zim is off the hook. Look him up. Jared Zim Photography. That's Jared, Jared Zim, Zem Photography. Check him out online, or you can find him on my Facebook page because half the pictures that are on my most recent are his. So, yeah, check him out. Who else? I'm missing somebody, I'm sure. So if I forgot you, it's not that I forgot you. I just didn't remember. Thank you, Avis. Avis. Miss Avis. Yeah, Miss Judy. I haven't talked to Miss Judy in so long. You know, she knows I'm still alive anymore. But anybody else? Christopher Mackin. Fairies. Fairies, our tech wearable, resident tech wearable designer. Thank you so much for your support and your help with production and, you know, the great commercials that I can't show right now. We got to figure out how to show those. Because we should really start. Thank you. We should really start the show with your commercials, to be honest.
That's now you're getting it. That's the idea. If we can
we
get
need to change the music.
Well, we'll have different ones. We got different ones. And that's why I'm trying to figure this out to where in this control room here to see what we can actually bring in and bring out.
Well, you know, it's funny because it just depends on, I think I've mastered and figured out how to get around the bandwidth. You literally have to shut everything down on your computer because normally when I'm doing recordings, I have so much stuff open, it's eating the bandwidth, and that's why I've been experiencing all these problems. But I still have problems, and I close down almost everything. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what it is. If it's Google, I don't know what it is, but, you know. Mm-hmm. Oh, my makeup looks good.
It's good. Anyway. You look good on this end. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know, like I said, getting those little things, and then see if we can need to find out if there's a Google software where it has a control room built in it in the software, a control room software or something.
Well, you know, you have to go through all those Google apps and try to figure out how all these apps work.
But they don't look. I've been through them. They don't look. You know. They don't look like they have those capabilities.
Yeah, they only one I've seen with the controls are the actual ones that say control, and then of course the one with the lower third. I haven't even been through that one all the way. That one has so many different things going on with it. What's this one called? It's called the toolbox. Yeah.
Yeah, the toolbox.
The one that's fun is Google Effects, where you can play with the backgrounds and things like that. But that still has, you know, room to grow. But okay, well, yeah, I know. We gotta get Carlos back on here. Carlos Phoenix. I just love Carlos. I love him to pieces.
Carlos been pretty busy lately, huh?
Carlos is always busy. All the people in tech. If you ever realize the only time you can ever get people is like at midnight.
Yeah.
Because they're always busy.
Yeah, but, well, that's the other thing with getting around people's schedule and stuff, too.
Oh, wait. I missed it. I forgot to post the link in this lady's... Sorry, Selena. I forgot to give her the links to the show.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, I'm stuck in this thing. I can't really get out of it.
Okay, so let's close this out because we're like 15 minutes over almost. So I'm CAIRO QWEEN. This is Face.2.FACE, and we are live now. We won't be live when you watch it again, but we're live now recording this, and we did this tech experiment where we brought in Google Hangout and Blog Talk, and we meshed it up. So we called it a tech media mashup with the Digital Drummer and iBroadcast Enterprises CAIRO QWEEN, and we put that together for, voila, what we did today. And it came out okay, I suppose. I have to go back and watch it. Everybody said it was cool. I couldn't hear anything because I had like 4 conversations going on in my head, and thank you, Fairies, for explaining that rift with technology. But that was pretty cool, though. So from going forward, I might be able to actually pull off some more stunts, you know, because I actually will. I'll save that conversation for later. But I might be able to do that again in the future. So anyway, everybody who, you know, has done anything for me, thank you so much. Uncle Keith, thank you so much. I appreciate Uncle Keith for all the support that he has given me. Check out the Jazz Man on Jazzology on Wednesdays, 2 to 7. You have to check him out on Sassy Radio. He has 50,000 listeners now. We want to get him up to 1 million. You heard me. Okay. Anyway, so everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your interest, and keep paying attention to technology. And while you're at it, learn with me. Hashtag learn with me. Cacao. Yeah. So that's all for today, and we'll see you next time on Face to Face with CAIRO Queen, and I guess fairies too. Our producer, our named resident producer for Face to Face, Fairies Maxwell. Check him out. Check him out. Also, go to the Urban Tech Fair. That's the Urban Tech Fair at urbantechfair.org, and find out more about Urban Tech Fair in your area or what's close to you. And shouts out to all the other city leaders. I'm the city leader of Atlanta, here in the big metropolis of Georgia, where our capital sits. In addition to that, you can check me out on, ready? 1, my website, techsocialite.info, like information. That's techsocialite.info. 2, find me on Facebook under CAIRO Queen.
That's real clear.
CAIROQWEEN. So CAIRO space QWEEN. 3, you can find me on Twitter at CAIRO Queen. That's @ CAIROQWEEN. You can find me on Instagram. I'm under iBroadcast, like my company, iBroadcast Enterprises. I, like ice cream, broadcast, like a TV show.
You look like a Chinese movie now, because it started lagging and you were speaking and then your voice was
And finally, a great place to find me if you want to email me is CAIRO Queen, CAIROQWEEN @gmail.com. What else? I think that's good. LinkedIn, I'm changing my LinkedIn now so it'll reflect on LinkedIn what it is that I will be promoting, which is the Tech Socialite. I'm under iBroadcast Enterprises right now, but I think I'd rather push the Tech Socialite concept for now. So I'm probably going to switch that out, and it may be CAIRO Queen the Tech Socialite, or it might be CAIRO Queen iBroadcast Enterprises. We never know. I'm going to switch it out, though. And thank you all for tuning in. Please, 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 please do your research. And I'll see you next week on Face to Face with CAIRO Queen. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Okay.